Hey y'all, it's Hannah, and welcome back to my channel, or hi, hello if you're new here. If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. My name is Hannah. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out me and my YouTube channel for today's video. I am really excited because I'm finally getting around to reviewing a whole bunch of new makeup products. So I have a Sephora bag right here filled to the brim with stuff. So we've got the new e.l.f. Mint collection to test out. We've got their mascara. We do got a couple of things from actual Sephora to test out as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get out my eyeshadow little thing that I want to test out first. And let's go ahead and get out the e.l.f. mascara. And then we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to put this bag over here to the side, and we're going to go ahead and get a palette right here, this little quad. It retails it for $3 or $4 off of the e.l.f. website or at your local Walmart. The Mint collection is only exclusively available at Walmart. You cannot find this at Ulta, you cannot find this at Target, and you cannot find this anywhere else that e.l.f. could be retailed at. This is only exclusively available on the e.l.f. website or at Walmart. Now, I know they just released the whole Chipotle collection and everything. I kind of purchased some items, but I'm not keeping the items. So, yeah, but it just didn't really interest me, and I love mint. Like, as you can see here, my nails are mint for the occasion. Now, I do have the I have the ColourPop Mint palette. I have the ColourPop Mint To Be palette, but I just wanted this little thing right here just to kind of add to my collection. I just feel like, I just have like a deep love of mint that I want to get as much as I could from the collection and get things that interest me. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go into this shade right here. It's just to be matte shade. Now, I did accidentally dig my nail into this palette a couple of days ago when I was opening it, because I went ahead and pre-opened everything so that way I didn't have to dig around and do that. I'm going to take that onto a fluffy crease brush like this one. Actually, let me go ahead and open up my shadow switcher. I should have done that before I loaded the brush with product. I didn't think about that, but I needed to go ahead and open up my shadow switcher so that way that is ready when I need to switch in between colors. I think I'm going to do a halo today. Shocking, I know, but I've actually never really done like a full mint halo look. So anyway, I'm just going to take the product, and I did prime my eyes with the e.l.f. Eye Putty Primer. I'm suffering through it, but I hate that putty primer. Y'all will see that in the next makeup fails. Okay, the shadow isn't bad. Definitely could be a bit more pigmented. I've actually never used these little e.l.f. quads before. I've heard mixed things about them. I've heard a lot of people like the shimmers in these palettes, but they hate the mattes. It's not super pigmented, but it is buildable at least. So you can build this up and get to the desired color / pigmentation you want. And it does look like a nice, cool, minty shade, so that is really pretty. It's not patchy. It's a little chalky, but nothing that you can't work with. I actually really like the e.l.f. shadows. I know a lot of people don't, but I personally do. I've never really had any issues with the e.l.f. eyeshadows. The e.l.f. eyeshadows are some of the very first shadows that I ever started to work with whenever I started doing makeup. And if you hear anything weird outside, my mom is cleaning off the back deck because we have a nice spring day here in Georgia. It felt like winter was never going to end. So she's outside today. She's doing some cleaning in the yard, and I'm in here filming because I really needed to go ahead and get this video on up for y'all, because I've been promising it and promising it and promising it, and I've just been collecting stuff and getting more and more stuff. So now that we have the crease colored laid down, I actually really like it. It performed really nicely. You do have to layer it up. I will say that the ColourPop palette is a little bit more This particular shade in the ColourPop palette is a bit more pigmented. I should have got my ColourPop palette out to compare to this little quad, and I didn't think about that, and I'll have to move my whole setup, and I don't feel like that. But anyway, it is a bit more pigmented. You don't have to layer it up with this when you do. But I mean, for $3 or $4, depending where you do pick this up at, it's not bad. I mean, it's really not that bad at all. So now what I'm going to do is just take a crease blending brush, just this one right here. It's stained, but it has nothing on it. I'm just going to go over and just kind of soften up those edges, just to kind of make things look a little bit less harsh and not as intense. Just kind of soften everything up. I actually do not own any mint clothing. I thought I did. I thought I had a mint little dress. But I don't, actually. I forgot that dress actually got badly stained one year at Easter. I accidentally, like an idiot, spilled fruit punch all over the front of the dress, and my mom could not get the stain out. So I don't actually have any mint pieces of clothing, so I just kind of like had to make do. But I do really like the color mint. Mint and lime green are like my two favorite shades of green. Taking the e.l.f. Eye Contour Brush, by the way, this mint collection did have a bunch of, well, it had 3 eye brushes that were just mint colored in the collection, but I didn't pick any of them up at my local Walmart because I honestly have enough eye brushes and I just really didn't need them. So I'm going to go into the dark shade right there, and what I'm going to do is just lay out the halo. This is like a darker charcoal mint. Like the first shade that we used is more of like a true cool mint shade, and then this shade is more of like a charcoal mint, if what I'm saying is making sense. So I'm just going to stamp this onto the outer half of the lid / crease area, and then just drag it up. I'm going to go into a circular motion as I'm dragging the product up, just to kind of blend it into the shade that we just laid down in the crease. It's just going to help everything blend out a little bit better. Alrighty. So far, I actually really like this shade. It is a bit more pigmented than the lighter shade. Sometimes these lighter shades, though, you do have to blend them up, so that's not really that big of a deal. So I'm just going to stamp this onto this part, and again, I'm going to do the little circle thing just to kind of drag it up. I am really excited to test out the new mascara because it's been a very, very long time since I have tried any mascaras from e.l.f. So I'm a little excited. I'm a little nervous because their mascaras in the past wasn't the greatest. I thought they were the greatest, but it really wasn't. So just going to do the same thing on the other eye, and so far I am really, really impressed with this little quad. e.l.f. really did a good job. I tried to get the other quad because they have one. This one's in the shade Meant to Be, and the other one was in the shade Mint Chocolate. And I tried to get that one as well because it had like a brown in the palette, and then it had like a couple of other little mint shades. And at my local store, it was completely shattered. And y'all, listen, I have enough eyeshadow, and I was really trying to be reasonable and not just overspend. But I might get that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll get it and test it out in another video. But it just really wasn't appealing to me. This mint one was more appealing and more prettier in person. And I actually said originally when this collection came out that I wasn't going to get any other shadows. But seeing them at Walmart in person, and I was like, I need it. Like, they're so pretty. So, yeah. I'm just going to do the inner part. These shadows blend really nicely into one another too. Like, the formula has definitely improved. It's always been a good formula, but it's definitely improved. It's a way more softer and blendable now than it was like 8 or 9 years ago, even like 10 years ago. I don't even know how long I've been using e.l.f., but yeah, their products have definitely changed so much, and I only started using e.l.f. because of the girl here on YouTube that used to do makeup tutorials. Her name was Talia Castellano. She's the one that actually got me into e.l.f. because she used to talk about the e.l.f. pressed powder all the time. And I got tired of using the CoverGirl pressed powder because when I wore foundation, that's what I used to wear, was just pressed powder. So I got into the e.l.f. pressed powder, and then from there I just started trying a bunch of other e.l.f. products. And every time I use e.l.f. products, I always think about Talia, and I always think about how far she could have gone in her makeup journey. But take that little mint shimmer shade, and I'm going to be applying that with this flat shader brush that I got off of Amazon. By the way, this brush, this little black and rose gold brush, came in a set from Amazon. It's just a set of eye brushes. This black and silver eye brush, blending brush, came from eBay. And then this one I obviously talked about, and it came from e.l.f. And this came in the e.l.f. Cut Crease shadow brush set. So, just wanted to quickly go through where all my brushes came from, because I always forget to mention that in my tutorials / videos. In confession, I never like using any of my shadows dry, shimmer shadows. I always use them damp because I just feel like a shadow like this, like a foiled metallic shadow, it just doesn't perform well. If it's dry, I feel like it only performs well if they're damp. And this one's being a pickle, because as you can see, that's pretty patchy. Like, oh no, I hope that gets a little bit better. Maybe it will. Yeah, it gets a little better. It's still a little patchy. It's got hardly no pigment to it whatsoever. That's literally like a glitter topper. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Dang it, we were doing so good. That shimmer is not, like, it. Like, at all. Like, I am not a fan of this. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go do the other eye. I'm going to try to doctor this one the best I can. And my mom is currently washing the window. So I'm going to go quickly and fix this eye, do this one, and I'll be back. Alright, so I cleaned up around my eyes with a little bit of micellar water on a Q-tip. I don't hate the eye look. I don't hate it. And it's fine now that I've, like, worked on it, because, like, I had to really doctor this up. So here's my verdict. I like the little quad. I'm not going to give my full verdict yet, because we're going to go back in and we're going to use that center shade in the inner corner, like as an inner corner highlight. I will say the two in mattes I liked. Yes, the lighter shade, it's very lightly pigmented. You have to build it up. But it's not bad. It's not awful. And the two mattes blended in really nicely with each other. This freaking shimmer right here was awful. It was very patchy. It was very hard to work with. Like, you could tell, like, how hard it was to work with. Like, it didn't even blend in well with anything. It was awful. It was a nightmare. So now we're going to go into the e.l.f. Lash It Loud Volumizing Black Mascara. This is a volume that hits all the high notes. This formula is insanely richly pigmented, easily coats lashes for a bigger and bolder look. The sleek, flexible wand hugs every single lash with both vertical and horizontal bristles. That's interesting. To amplify, define, and add dimension. So, yeah, this retails for $6. So, I am assuming that because of what it just said, that this is going to be a rubber bristled wand. I just ripped the box and I don't care. Because you gotta do what you gotta do to get into your product. So, I am going to be adding some lashes today to this look because I like to add lashes to my colorful looks. So, if that affects what your opinions will be about this mascara, I am oh so sorry, but I do what I like to do here on my channel. I'll most definitely like wear this on its own one day soon, because I don't really wear lashes like every single day, or at least I try not to, because it's really bad for your natural lashes to do that. But this is a pain to get out of the box. Like, holy cow. This is just a me thing. This has nothing to do with the product. Okay, there we go. I like this. I like this packaging. It's really pretty. It's like a rose copper color. And then the handle right here, it's like black. Okay. Let's see this wand. Yep, it's rubber. There's nothing wrong with that, though. I don't have an issue with the rubber bristles. These bristles are very interesting, though. They're very short and stubby. But we'll give it a go. We'll give her a good old go. We'll give her the good old college try. So I'm going to go ahead, curl my lashes with my e.l.f. lash curler. And let's see how volumizing this mascara actually is. Because I am generally very, very curious. Also, too, notice the lash little band right here is mint. No, I did not pull a matte. I just really like a mint on here. You're about to see my foundation sponge is also like a mint green color. Well, you kind of can't tell that it's actually mint green because it's like really dirty. So I'm going to do one eye at a time, like I normally would when I'm wearing just a mascara alone, just to see the effect that it has. And I'll also do a close-up really quickly of what my lashes look like before we go in with false lashes, or I go in with false lashes. So I am giving this one coat. I'm noticing a lot of length. I'm not really seeing the volume yet, but I am noticing a lot of length, which isn't bad. I actually really like lengthening mascaras. I mentioned this before on my channel. I know some people don't, but I personally do. But, you know, mascara is a preference thing. Some people, you know, have their preferences, and then some people do not. So, yeah, this is what, like, my fourth coat? I don't know. I don't keep track of these things, and I should. But I do like the way... I do like the way that my natural lashes look. My natural lashes are so short in general that it's like really hard to tell if anything really makes a difference. But, alright. So that's one coat on one lash. Now I'm going to do the other eye. And then I'm going to go and get my other phone. And I'm going to do close-ups on that phone before I do anything else to my face. So I'm quickly going to curl these lashes. And I always like to hold my eyelash curler up like this for just a couple of minutes, just to ensure that my lashes are going to hold / maintain a curl. That's like a good way. Another good way to ensure that your lashes will maintain a curl throughout the day is if you heat up your eyelash curler with a blow dryer. But do it very, very gently. Set your blow dryer on the lowest setting. And then kind of like let it sit there for like a second or two before you put it on your eye, and make sure that it isn't like scorching hot, because if it's scorching hot, that can be very dangerous and it can like damage your eyesight. So yeah, do that with caution. But I do that on a daily basis, and it actually works. I just poked myself. Okay, so I actually like this mascara. This is a lot better than their old formula. Alright, now we're going to the next product. This is the Mint Melt. This is the Cooling Facial Primer. I'm so excited because I've been wanting to try this. I found the last one at my local Walmart the other day and I was so excited. Something told me to go back down the makeup aisle and look, and when I did, this was right there. It was on an end cap. Someone had just laid it down on a mix display, and I was like, you're coming home with me. Yeah, this is meant to be. So now I'm going to test this out. So I'm going to read you the little back. So this says, need a cooling refresher? This hydro-filling vanilla-scented jelly primer is all you need. Its unique jelly texture works like glue to grip makeup to ensure it stays put. Its minty, fresh, skin-loving ingredients will give you a refreshing cooling sensation. Infused with hyaluronic acid and antioxidants, your skin will be looking and feeling its very best. Directions: apply evenly to face prior to makeup application. Once applied, wait 30 seconds before applying makeup. Beauty tip: use clean fingers to put product onto the skin. The warmth of your fingers will help the product melt into the skin for an even application. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this opened. I don't know really how to open this, but we'll figure this out. I should have brought my scissors over here, but it didn't. I need to remember, like, from now on. I'm not, like, good, or I guess I wouldn't say I'm not good, but I don't do like a whole bunch of impressions or reviews at one time, so it's a little hard for me to keep a note of like everything that I need. So it's stuck back here on this little cardboard thing. It's like got a little glue dot on it, so let me get that off, and there we go. Cool beans. So let me get the little glue dot off of this. I do like the fact that it's like a squeeze bottle, but it's also got like a pump on the end of it, so that's really cool because once you get down to like the nitty gritty of it, you can squeeze it and then get like all of the product out, and you're not like wasting a product. I'm all about not wasting product. So let's go ahead and get this squirted onto the back, or let's get this squirted into my hands. And I might need to warm up the pump before product comes out. And, ooh, it's like a green. Oh, that smells so good. Oh my gosh, it's like a green color. Okay, this feels identical to the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I love that primer. That's like my favorite primer ever. And I've been looking for like a drugstore dupe to that primer. I've got a couple of like a list on my phone to try, but oh my goodness. This smells kind of like those Girl Scout cookies. What are those called? The little mint ones. I'll have a picture up here on the corner of the screen. But this is what this reminds me of, because it just smells so good. Okay. And it does feel very cooling on the skin. Like once you get it blended out, it feels very, very cooling and very refreshing. It does feel tacky. It feels very identical to the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. Like, okay, alright. I have officially, maybe, fingers crossed, found my new favorite drugstore primer. I don't really have a lot of favorite drugstore primers. I'm a snob when it comes to my foundation primers. I like the ones at Sephora or Ulta that are like really expensive and really bougie, so I need to do a video soon about my favorite facial primers. I've been saying that for a year. So I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to pick out my foundation that I want to use with this primer and let this set on my skin for a bit. I'm going to get a couple other little items. I'll come back and we'll put some foundation on my face and we'll see how this primer does with foundation. Alright, I'm going to go into my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. This is just my everyday go-to foundation. Whenever I'm testing out a new primer, I always like to go in with a foundation that I use every day just to see like how it's going to work and how it's going to adhere. So that's why I'm going to use that. And I'm going to go with my e.l.f. complexion sponge, which this is what I was talking about. That's actually like a mint green color, but you kind of can't tell right now because it's like really dirty. But anyway, I'm going to go apply that to my face. Okay, so I really like the way that the foundation primer worked with this foundation. It worked really nicely. I really did a good job at sticking and adhering to my foundation. I love it. It didn't break it up or anything like that. It didn't cause any weirdness onto my skin. Didn't cling on to any texture or anything like that. So far, I'm really liking the primer. It is scented, but it's a light scent. It's telling the truth. Like, it's a very light vanilla minty scent. Like I said, it almost smells like those Girl Scout cookies that I can't put my finger on what they're called, but they're called something mint. And this kind of smells like that. And it kind of makes me want one of those cookies. But I don't think that our local girl. Alright, next I have the e.l.f. This is the No Budge eyeshadow stick. This is from their mint collection. And this is in the shade Mint for You. Now, this can be an eyeshadow stick, or you can do what I'm about to do and use this as an eyeliner in your waterline. I don't see why you can't use this as an eyeliner. It didn't say on the packaging that you couldn't do that. They had 3 different shades. I know they had a all shimmery one. It was like a champagne color. That one was in the shade Ice Cream. And then I forgot what the brown one was in the shade of. But I wanted the mint one. So this is like a big jumbo pencil. And this was only, I believe, $3. I'll have the prices for everything up here on the corner of the screen as I am using them. So I'm just going to use this big old thing in my waterline as my eyeliner. And oh my goodness, she is smooth, she is creamy, and she is pigmented. Oh my gosh, I love that mint liner. I love it. I'm obsessed. Oh my gosh, it pulled the whole look together. Like, it really did, y'all. Like, I'm not being sarcastic. Well, maybe I'm being a little sarcastic, but oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Oh, yes ma'am, yes sir. Whatever you identify as, I freaking love this eyeliner. Well, I love this eyeshadow stick. It's not an eyeliner. This is a shadow stick, and I'm obsessed. Okay, so if you are anywhere near anywhere that is selling these mint products, or you want to get a couple things off of the e.l.f. website, definitely recommend this. It's a really pretty, colorful liner situation. Now what I'm going to do is dig through and find my shadow quad. So now we're going to move on and finish up the rest of the eyes. So I'm going to take the deeper shade in the palette. I'm going to take that shade right there towards the end, and I'm going to smudge her along my lower lash line area. Just as like the lower shadow situation. I'm going to take that onto an angled brush. Nothing really spectacular there. And I'm just going to stamp that right along there. I actually really like this eyeshadow look now that like I've got the lower lash sort of done, like with the liner. Yeah, I like it a lot better. It looks really pretty. I liked it before, but that shimmer shade just gave me a hard time, so I was having kind of like an iffy moment, but now I'm like, yeah, I'm here to slay. Hello, my name is Hannah. So I'm in love, and now we get to do the exciting part, and we get to test out the shimmer shade. The other shimmer shade. So we get to test out this one right here. This was like a duochrome. It looks like it's kind of like a white shadow, and then when the light hits it, it has really pretty specks of different shades of mint green shimmer in it. So I'm just going to take that onto this little lip brush right here, and I'm going to pop that into the inner corner as the inner corner highlight. and just see. Yes! Oh my goodness. I should have used this on the lid, because that is pretty. Oh wow, that is really, really pretty. Oh my goodness. I am in love. Okay, so, listen. I know that shimmer shade was a bit iffy, but after using this one, it saved it. It saved it, it saved it. It's like, okay, yeah. So, listen, you can get like a whole cute mint eyeshadow look out of this little quad. You just have to work with the shadows and just be really patient with them. But you can get like a really cute look. Oh, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm going to cry tonight taking this makeup off because I just love when you have a good makeup day. This is the beautiful thing about makeup. When you have a good makeup day, it just puts you like in a really good mood. It just lifts up your mood. It just makes you feel so good. I'm going to go back into that Lash It Loud mascara, and we're just going to apply this to the bottom lashes. This is the deal breaker, okay? This is the deal breaker. If this looks really good on the lower lashes, then I might be like all for it. And it does. It looks really good on the lower lashes. Dang. Alright. So, I'll test this out today, and I'll let y'all know down below in the description box whether or not, or in the comments, I'll have a pinned comment down there, whether or not this flaked off of my lower lashes. It didn't claim to be waterproof, which I don't like waterproof mascaras. They're a pain in the butt to remove. I just, 10 out of 10, I don't like them, so, no. But this mascara is phenomenal. I like it. Alright, so that is 3 things right there. Actually, no, 4 things that I like. So now I'm going to dig through the bucket or the bag, and I'm going to get another product out to test out and review for y'all. That is from Fenty Beauty to test out, and I'm really sorry about the clip that you just saw earlier. I don't know what's going on with my phone, but it's acting a little wonky. So this has a powder bronzer and a little shade stick in here. I've always wanted to try both of these from Fenty Beauty, so if my grandparents are watching this video, this is what I ordered with my birthday money that they sent me. So the powder bronzer is in the shade Shady Biz, and then the shade stick is in the shade Cinnamon. Now I just applied the shade Cinnamon to my face because, again, I was just really curious about it. And I didn't realize that my phone had cut off and was acting really just off. And I watched some of my clips that I filmed earlier, and it was just, it's just a mess. I don't even know if this video is even going to be a viable video. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and get into using these 2 products. I'm just tossing all my trash into this bag over here because I don't know what else to do with it. So the shade stick, it is really nice. It is really creamy. I'll show you. One thing though is that it looks metallic. Wait, when you swatch it, I'll show you a swatch. It looks really metallic, and it looks like it's going to be really shimmer and shiny on your face, but it's actually not. Once you get it blended out, you really can't see that shimmer, and it just gives your skin a really pretty warmth to it. So I really, really like this product. Brianna, which this is her brand, she is from, I think it's Barbados is where she's from originally. So her whole thing with the whole line is she likes things that shimmers. And if you are very familiar with her and her music, I love her music. And her music videos and stuff, she's just all about like shimmer. So her products are kind of like reflective of that. So now I'm going to go into the powder bronzer, and I'm just going to lay the powder bronzer over the top of the cream bronzer. I've actually never owned a cream bronzer before, so this is my very first one. Next month, I'm hoping to order the Huda Beauty, their little cream bronzer thing, because I really want to try it. Also, too, my mom's still pressure washing the house. This video is just everywhere. But life's everywhere. This is how life is. So I'm going to go into my little Essence bronzer brush. I love how there is a pressed FB into the powder of this product. So that is just absolutely precious and adorable. And it even has a little mirror, and the compact is a bronzed color, and it's just reflective, so it has like it can show your fingerprints and stuff. So I'm just going to apply this to my cheekbones, and the shade at Cinnamon worked really well on my skin tone, and the shade at Shady Biz is working really nice on my skin tone as well. So I just wanted to test both of these in like a little sample before I brought them, because I really didn't know if I needed a Shady Biz or if I needed the shade India Sun. But now I know that the shade at Shady Biz in the powder bronzer works for me, and I know that the shade at Cinnamon works for me in the little shade stick. So if you see these online, or if you see these at your local Sephora, I do recommend picking one up because they are really good. They have really good formulation, so we love that, and we stand. So I'm going to do the other side, and I like this little brush because it just applies the bronzer right precisely where I want it. I take my bronzer a little higher these days on my cheekbones, just to kind of sculpt out my face a little bit. I just feel like this works best for my face shape, but you can do however you want to do with your makeup. That's the beauty about makeup, is we can all do it the way that we want to. Alrighty, so listen. I said I was going to do a separate video on this product, but I'm really excited to try it, and this is my favorite YouTuber. This is who inspired me to start my YouTube channel. I'm sorry I'm getting like emotional, but this is who inspired me to do my YouTube channel, and this is who I used to watch way back in the day when I was just really going through some things. Like, her channel helped me escape things that I was going through. So I'm going to use my Jaclyn Hill highlighter from her cosmetics line, Jaclyn Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Sparks. I'm really excited about this. This was expensive, to say the least. This is the most amount of money I've ever spent on a highlighter, but it was so worth it because I love getting to support her. I love her. I love her channel. I am so proud of her. She could have given up during her whole thing that happened with her company. I'm not going to call it what everybody else calls it, because there's just no need for it. You know, that happened almost 2 years ago. It may well be 2 years, and, you know, she got back up on the horse, and she didn't give up, and that's inspiring. So I'm going to use her highlighter, and I love the packaging. Like, the component is just absolutely so bougie. Like, this is just absolutely so high dollar. And this is what the highlighter looks like. This on the website, it said that it would match my skin tone. So I'm going to use my cheek highlight brush to apply Miss Sparks to my face. And I don't know the texture of this product. I haven't swatched it. I've just sat and stared at it, and that's about it. So I'm going to go on to the high points of my cheekbone. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. Oh my gosh. It was so pretty. It was so blinding. Oh my gosh, I freaking love this highlight. It is so pretty. It's such a good job on this product. Wow. I love this highlighter. This highlighter is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Yes, queen. Yes. We stand. We stand. I freaking love it. It's gorgeous. definitely is not a highlight that you would wear on an everyday basis, or at least personally just for me, because it's very blinding, but it is very pretty. It is very, very pretty. I will give Miss Jaclyn that. That is gorgeous. I love this highlighter, so that is a win right there. This is really dirty because it's been in my wheelchair pocket, and I tried to clean this up with a makeup remover wipe. I don't know what it is about these brands picking this reflective packaging. Like, we got Fenty doing it, we got Nars doing it, we got Miss Jaclyn Hill over here doing it, but it's pretty, but it gets fingerprints everywhere. But I'm going to go into the Nars. This is one of their Afterglow little lip balms, and this is in the shade Laguna. So Laguna looks like she is a straight brown, but when you put it on, she's actually a really pretty nude with a hint of gold. So when I put it on my lips, you're going to see, and it's like so pretty. I put a lip liner on from CoverGirl. This is just in the Nude 200. This is my go-to nude lip liner. And the reason why I did that is because this runs out of your lip liner really bad. But it is a tinted lip balm, so you do have to like layer it on. But it does feather out of your lip line, so you do need to put a lip liner on underneath this before you put it on. So I'm just warning you. This shade in particular is a little deceiving with the whole like you can just swipe it on. It's not really the case. I don't know about their other balms in this variation, but I know with this particular one, it's not the case. Alright everyone, so I really hope that you all did enjoy this video. I had a lot of fun testing out all this new makeup with you all, and it's kind of giving me a little bit of anxiety to clean up my desk, but it is what it is, and it's what I do here. So I'm going to sign off on this video now. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I greatly enjoyed filming this video, and I had a lot of fun testing out these products. I will have links down below in the description box where you can go and purchase these products for yourself if you would want to. I would again like to say a big congratulations to Jaclyn Hill on her launch of these highlighters. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm hoping to get my hand on one of the blush and bronzer duos next month. So be on the lookout for that when I am able to purchase those products. But I am so happy and so proud of her for this highlighter. It is so beautiful, and I'm going to use this all the time and just, oh, yes. So if you did enjoy this video, do two things for me before you leave. Number one, give this video a big thumbs up down below. It helps me out a lot. Number two, give me a subscribe. That's right. You can subscribe to my channel for free. It costs literally nothing. And you can come and check out new videos every Thursdays, Saturdays, Mondays, and Tuesdays, because that's when I upload new videos. And if you come back on Monday, I have a surprise for you. If you are a Pisces, then I will be doing a video all about Pisces, the astrology sign of Pisces, because I'm very into astrology, and it's one of my other passions alongside makeup, so I'm going to be incorporating that into my channel. So if you'll come back on Monday, then I'll tell you all about your astrology sign, or maybe it's your rising sign, maybe it's your moon sign, maybe your Mercury or your Venus, or just for whatever is in Pisces, and you got a little bit of Pisces in your birth chart, and you just want to know about the sign, come back, I'll tell you about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can also give me a follow over on my social media handles as well. I also want to know too if you want a Pisces inspired makeup look, because I totally would be down to do that. That would be so much fun. And I can tell you a funny Pisces story as well, which I'm probably going to tell you the funny Pisces story on Monday. But anyway, I'm really excited about Monday's video, so be sure to come back and check that out. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you all on Monday. Bye, my little Hannah Corns.